What up, guys? It's Tyson from AI Talk Pros, and today we are making a script that's going to reach out to people that I've met at BNI meetings. So we had this in 1.0. Now we want to convert it to 2.0, and you can see I've already moved most of the script over. So what we want to do is modify this, kind of generalize it so that any BNI that we visit, this will automatically call them based on how we have them in Go High Level. Now, something I want to look. Oh, by the way, if you don't know us, we're AI Talk Pros. We do conversational AI, aka voice AI. So any type of business you need to do over the phone, whether that's sales, customer service, a receptionist, you name it, we can set these things up to pretty much cover any task. So what we want to do here is we're going to connect a knowledge base. We're going to add actions from the nodes directly. By the way, that's the best way to do it in 2.0 is you go directly to the node itself. Now, I also want to check on some of these because for some reason, it looks like we might have broken branches in here. So I'm going to delete that, drag that down, and you see that goes away. Just want to make sure that we don't have any bugs in the script. Let's undo that. Also, just like I like to do, we're going to add the last one with just a comma while it waits for the action to take place. Perfect. Okay. So we're going to connect these. Cool. All right. We're going to keep it with this just because that voice is pretty stable. Post call notes. Let's edit this here. I'm going to put something new in here, but I'm going to wait till we go through the script. And then we'll get to the campaign and we're going to do the actions. Okay. So let's zoom in a little bit. So it says, hey, their name. And then it says, hey, this is Alexander from AI Talk Pros. How are you? Awesome. I'm reaching out because Tyson from my company either met you or picked up your contact info recently at your BNI group. Is that something you recall? And we can test this two ways. We can have the BNI spaced out. We can have it together. Originally on 1.0, it kind of struggled to do the acronyms. I think it's gotten a lot better, especially with acronyms like AI, but just for safety, we'll have it spaced out. So we asked them, is that something you recall? I think it's whether they say no or yes, it doesn't matter. So we won't really make branches for that. Wanted me to reach out, check in with you to see if you had any questions about our company or our technology. Was there anything that stood out to you? You know what? We might go ahead and do a branch here. Going to do that. And if the human doesn't remember, and just remember the reason we have human. So Air added this because a lot of people were having trouble with kind of figuring out how to do the logic branches. Basically, the backend AI that transcribes the text, it sees human and bot in that conversation transcription. So anything that you want the AI to do is going to be bot. Anything you want the human to do is going to be human. So we're going to do that. Okay. So we are going to make this branch over here. Trying to think of how I want to phrase this. We'll say reception. All right, and I might leave it there even without a question. Say cool. Well, anyway, wanted me to reach out and check in with you. Now let's make sure that conversation kind of makes sense. Wanted me to reach out, check in with you, see if you had any questions. Is there anything that stood out to you? Do you mind if I send you a demo of our technology? It'll only take 5 minutes of your time. That's cool. All right. And then type exactly this. We'll probably do this with our general business funnel. And since we're not on 1.0, we can change this. So let's go over to our other script. We'll just have it say this. Great. I'll send that to your inbox now. The demo's on the homepage. You know when you receive the message. Okay, we spelled that correctly. Let's take out these quotes. Take 5 minutes to look that over. I promise it'll make a big impact on your business. Sound fair? Okay, I'll let you go now. Have a great rest of your day. We don't really need this, kind of redundant. Let's connect these two. Connect this to the comma step. Pull that up. Go ahead and add an action. So let's add that action. Going to be end call. Save. Ooh, whoops. Might have to start over. Hold on, guys. Yeah, okay. So I forgot there's a bug right now. You want to save it before you go and do those actions. So let me go save. Hopefully it remembers. Perfect. Okay. Now that we've saved it twice now, let's go ahead and do that action. End call. Beautiful. Thank goodness for Command Z, right? That undo button. Got our whole script back. Okay. So we can see the action is attached there. We have all these different steps. So let's run through this conversation one more time. We have, hey, prospect name. Alexander from AI Talk Pros, how you doing? Looks like these aren't connected anymore. There they are. Okay. Reaching out because I've either met you or picked up your contact info. Says something you remember. If they say no, no problem. Just to remind you, we do voice AI, customer service, anything else you can think of. Oh, that's interesting. Want me to reach out? Say yeah instead. We're going to add a little prompt in here. Say, listen, I like how they added that now too, so you can clearly see that it's a prompt, just like how you have it with the prospect name. Matter of fact, I might just make sure that sticks. I'm going to delete that and type it back in because we just copied it. Nope, it's perfect. But just like you saw here, when you get that prompt correct, oh, looks like when you don't have the node highlighted, that's when it doesn't show it to you. But when you have it highlighted, it does. It's your text inbox. Now, in fact, we could even gather a little bit more about their business. Just to No, yeah, we want to keep it as short as we can. So let's go with this. So great, I'll send that to your inbox now. So this is where I'm going to add an action to text them. So let's save this before we add an action. And we're going to go with custom. So give me just a minute while I do that, guys. 1 second. Perfect. Okay, so it's added, so we'll save it. So as you can see, we've gone with send website link. Now what we need to do is go into Zapier and make sure that that action is going to fire correctly when it goes over. So give me just a second. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let me go to Zapier and do that for now. But we're going to start building these out inside of active pieces instead. But I want this to be quick so we won't waste too much time figuring that out on the API side. So just a moment. Okay, it looks like we have it set up correctly because we have this send website link here. But let's look at our path rules. Continue if action. Interesting. Let's go look at this action. Cool. Yeah, the one thing that worries me is how this has, okay, now it's looking better. Send website link. Okay, perfect. And this one, send calendar link. I think this needs to be uppercase for this one. We'll come back and check that later. That's something I'll do on some other time. But we have send website link, and let's look at this action here. My bad. Send website link. So that matches perfectly. That's what we're looking for. So we can go ahead and test if this fires. Just a moment. Didn't match send calendar link. Action. All right, so we have our trigger, send calendar booking link. So that one wouldn't have worked. This one would have worked. So we're going to go with the selected record. All right. Now let's go to our path rules. Retest filter. And it would have worked. Okay, so Zapier is set up correctly. Now we need to make sure it is firing inside of Go High Level. So just a moment. Okay, so we're inside of our workflows, the one called text website link. We have our webhook in here correctly. Perfect. And see, so we have their first name, their phone. Cool. Don't need to do anything else. And the SMS itself has their name. Here's the link to that demo, aitalkpros.com. 5 minutes to check it out. All right, perfect. And I already know that this is working, so we're not too worried. So the action is live, it's working. The webhook from Zapier is connected, so we have the inbound webhook. The one thing, I don't know if you noticed on Zapier, but I do have this Google Sheets lookup. So I don't want people to get double texted. That's the reason that that exists in the first place. Otherwise, I could connect this directly, but I guess Zapier works. Here, I'm going to go into this Google Sheet though and make sure I clear out the numbers, something that I might be able to automate in the future, but right now I manually do it. So just a minute. Okay, that's done now. So time to do a test call with the AI, make sure everything is firing correctly, and then we will go from there. So let's go over here. We have all this stuff in, and let's go talk to our agent. Just a minute. Okay, here we go. Hello?
Hey, Tyson.
Yes.
Hey, this is Alexander from AI Talk Pros. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm glad to hear you're doing great. Well, I'm reaching out because Tyson from my company either met you or picked up your contact info recently at your BNI group. Is that something you recall?
No, I don't actually.
No problem. Just to remind you, we do voice AI, meaning we have AI that can talk to your leads and customers over the phone for sales, reception, customer service, or anything else you can think of.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Well, anyway, he wanted me to reach out and check in with you to see if you had any questions about our company or our technology. Was there anything that stood out to you?
I would imagine there's some crazy implications for this, but I don't have a specific thing that comes to mind.
Interesting.
Seems like it's not liking that prompt right there right now. All right, Alexander, you still there?
Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm still here. Listen, do you mind if I send you a demo of our technology? It would only take 5 minutes of your time.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Great. I'll send that to your text inbox now. The demo is on the homepage of our website. Can you let me know when you've received the message?
Yeah, I'll let you know.
Perfect. Just take 5 minutes to look that over, and I promise it will make a big impact on your business. Sound fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, I'll let you go now. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too.
Gotcha. So,
Perfect. Okay, so it looks like I just got the text message. So I can go ahead and click that. I can go check out the demo. It did take until the call was over, though. So something I'm going to do, because it took, I don't know, 20 seconds for that action to fire, I want to go ahead and change that out, saying, hey, the text message is on its way, should be there in just a minute. And looks like our other action fired correctly, but I do want to make a couple other updates to the script. So let me do that without boring you guys, then we'll jump back on here. All right, guys, so I'm just doing some of the stats tracking. So I'm doing sent website link as one. And another one I want to do is call back at a better time. Now this way I can do like chat GPT automation inside of high level. So if they say, hey, can you call back at a better time? I can take from this and from the transcript from this outcome that they need to be called back. So I can recirculate them through and reach out to them at a better time. So save that and continue. Cool. So we have all these. We've connected the knowledge base. I've changed a couple things. I still do have a prompt in here, but I changed how it sounds. And I'm still thinking about asking about their business. You know what? Let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to add some nodes for that. One moment. All right, I think I like this better. So let's do one more demo call. Hello?
hey, Tyson.
Yes.
Hey, this is Alexander from AI Talk Pros. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. So I'm reaching out because Tyson from my company either met you or picked up your contact info recently at your BNI group. Is that something you recall?
I do remember, yes.
Awesome. Well, just to remind you, we do voice AI, meaning we have AI that can talk to your leads and customers over the phone for sales, reception, customer service, or anything else you can think of. Interesting, right?
Yeah, very interesting.
Yeah. Well, Tyson wanted me to touch base with you and see if you had any questions about our company or its technology. Was there anything that stood out to you?
Not in particular, just sounded pretty intriguing overall.
Very cool. It's great to hear that you found it intriguing. Can you tell me a little about your business and how you think our conversational AI might be able to help you out?
I'm a dentist, so I think the best thing it could do for me is maybe answer the phones and schedule appointments.
That's great to hear. For example, our conversational AI could handle appointment scheduling, answer common questions about your services, and even follow up with patients for appointments or reminders. How does that seem to you?
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Sweet. I'm glad you think so. Listen, do you mind if I send you a demo of our technology? It would only take 5 minutes of your time.
You know what? Why not? Go ahead.
Great. I'll send that to your text inbox now. You should have it in the next 20 seconds or so. Anyway, the demo is on the homepage of our website, so just take a look at that when you get it. Fair?
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect. Just take 5 minutes to look that over, and I promise it will make a big impact on your business. Sound fair?
Yes, it does. You still with me?
I'm still here with you. Okay, I'll let you go now. Have a great rest of your day.
All right, you too. Perfect. Okay, so we did have a little hiccup here, and I didn't like how it said fair twice. That might just be a system thing, so we're going to go ahead and trust it. But we'll make it say cool right there. I think that'll do it, guys. So we want to release this, and the way that we're going to do it is we already have all these leads that came through the BNI tagged inside of high level. So I'm going to use the API to initiate the calls. Of course, I have to add this in there, and yeah, we'll go from that step. All right, so we're just looking at this. We have the stop sequence branch. Just trying to decide what I want to do with my tags here because they're going to be called based on this. We have a short wait period just to make sure that everything comes through correctly. The webhook that initiates the call, and then the condition, because of course, if we don't reach them the first time, I do want to try and follow up with them, but we don't want to pester them too much. So initiate if the tag does not include these. 1 minute. Okay, so as you guys can see, so we have a workflow here, and if we zoom in, you'll see it's triggered either by a tag or an opportunity created. We have the webhook, which triggers the call. Then after the call, we have the GPT thing telling it to reply with one positive, negative, or NA, depending on what the transcript looks like. And that transcript automatically comes over, so we take actions based on that. Now, we don't want to make anybody mad, so we have it add a tag and not initiate follow-up sequence based on the condition of if their sentiment was negative, it's going to send them down this path. It's going to add a tag telling us that they had a negative sentiment, and we're probably going to leave them alone, not bother them. But if they didn't answer, or it was positive and they don't get the tag, then we're going to initiate the follow-up sequence. Matter of fact, I need to double check that it doesn't continue. Hold on. I'm not going to have it with positive. I'm just going to have it with NA because I want them removed from the workflow if they answer and it's not negative, it's positive. I don't want it to continue calling them about the same thing. So I'm going to make that change and then be right back. All right, so now we have to launch the campaign so these can go out. Oh my gosh, it's making me select a list. Okay. Save and launch. Okay, that's fine. We won't need more than this. It's a fairly small list anyway. And 1 second, guys. So something I just found out with these guys is, by the way, now that it's making you select a list, you do have contacts inside of Air, but when you're initiating the calls from Go High Level, obviously you want it calling people from that list, not from an internal Air list. I just got a call from the AI. So it's a good thing I didn't select one of these other lists because it automatically would have started calling them. So have a list with just yourself on it and then select yourself for the calls. That way you can just hang up when it comes through rather than, having this go out to the wrong list of leads if you do have any uploaded inside of Air. Anyway, looks like that's ready. So we have the campaign launched. We have our workflow saved and published. Let's see. That's good. This is good. All right, so the next thing to do is to initiate this, we do need to add one tag to everybody that will be called on this. So let me go ahead and grab that tag and put that to all their names, and then, yeah, we'll be good to go. And done. So I've added that tag. Everyone's going to start receiving calls. Then they'll go through the whole process. They'll get the website link, everything else. Guys, it's a great way of promoting your business. We all know calling through our lead list takes a long time. It's very tedious. And we all know that AI probably extracts about twice the amount of business from the same lead list as a human does. So why waste your time when it's so inexpensive and fairly fast to have AI make all these calls for you? So that's the point. Hopefully you guys got some value from this today, learned something. Of course, if you want to work with us, our link should be either on our bio or down below in the description, depending on the platform you're seeing this on. And yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out, and we'll talk to you soon.